Hey Facebook, this is Dani Beckstrom here in the Storm Shield Weather Center. Wanted to give you a quick update on Hurricane Irma. We're in the middle of the show here, so it's not going to be very long, but just wanted to get the latest info on our Facebook page so you knew what was up. This morning we're looking at a strong Category 4 hurricane. We're talking 150 mile per hour winds. That's what the National Hurricane Center just released in their 5 a.m. update. You can see the outer bands approaching the northern Leeward Islands as we start the morning, with hurricane warnings in effect for these islands over into the U.S. and British Virgin Islands as well. So you can see massive storm, a healthy storm. Look at how clear that eye is. It is a big and strong and healthy storm. National Hurricane Center again giving us this update at 5 a.m. Here's the updated track. The hurricane hunters are actually on their way right now to do another mission, fly into the hurricane and give us the latest updates on what they're seeing. So we'll have those updates as they're released. But here are the facts here. Wind speeds at 150 miles per hour, gusts up to 185. It's moving west at 14 miles per hour. Current placement about 1,600 miles away from Miami, just to give you an idea of how far away it is. It will continue on this same track, a little bit of a northerly turn today, as a Category 4 as it heads toward the Caribbean. Now this is the turn that we've been talking about. The turn to the north is really going to be the key in terms of what the impact is here in Southwest Florida. The official track from the north, from the National Hurricane Center, doesn't really have that turn yet. But as we take a closer look, you can see Southwest Florida is completely in that cone of uncertainty. What is the cone of uncertainty? It doesn't mean that the width of the storm, if you will. It means the center of the storm could be this far this way or that far this way, which means that track still not 100% set in stone as we head into the next 5 days. It does look like the threat to Southwest Florida is increasing in terms of any impacts at all. So I would say bottom line is it's time to prepare. But how severe are the impacts? That's the question that still remains. Timing, it looks like Saturday, Sunday into Monday. So most of those impacts, if they are felt, it'll be Sunday into Monday. This is 2 a.m. on Sunday, just south of the Florida Peninsula. But I want to show you some of these models quickly. I'm running out of time, sorry guys. The forecast models in very good agreement that this will stay just north of Hispaniola, just north of Cuba as well, which means there's not a lot to weaken it. Cuba is usually that last line of defense in terms of ripping apart a hurricane because it's so mountainous that it'll weaken it. But it looks like the track will take it just north of Cuba and then take that northerly turn. But it's exactly when that northerly turn happens that'll dictate how severe our impacts are. I want to show you the European model. It does take it right up the spine of the state, and it looks about the same. This is the latest run of the American model here, the GFS, about the same Sunday into Monday, right up the middle of the state. But again, not set in stone, and this is why. Here are your ensemble plots. An ensemble means the GFS, the American model, run a bunch of different times with just a couple factors changed, and it gives us this wide of a spread, anywhere from east of the peninsula to in the Gulf to right over the state. So questions are still out there in terms of the long-term track and how severe our impacts. But I would say the bottom line for you to know, threat is increasing in Southwest Florida, but the severity of the impacts unclear at this time. But bottom line, it is time to prepare. So we are live. We're live on Fox 4 Morning News all morning long until 8 o'clock. You can post your questions below and I'll try to either respond on this feed or answer them on Fox 4 Morning News. I'll have all of the latest updates from the hurricane hunters as they're released, as well as the different models, and I'll show you why, what's dictating this turn of Hurricane Irma. We have an upper level trough, we have an area of high pressure of the Atlantic, and that's really what's going to dictate when the turn happens. So I'll have all of those details on Fox 4 Morning News and try to get those questions answered. But I wanted to give you a quick update again of the path. I'll show you it one more time as it was just released. This is the latest tropical track, Category 4 storm headed toward the northern Leeward Islands, and then eventually into the Caribbean. All right, thanks for tuning in. I've got to get back to Fox 4 Morning News, and we will be live again all morning long.